Alright, this is about the third haul right here, and we're going to be making some mixed pickles out of these. Whole bucket full of green tomatoes, which we need in our mixed pickles. And I've already gathered my cucumbers and bell peppers and onions and stuff. I already got them gathered, so on with the show. Good morning, friends. Today we're going to do something special. I don't know how many of you all have ever heard of, I know you've heard of sauerkraut, homemade sauerkraut. Well, this is homemade mixed pickles. And they're so much better. If you like sour stuff like kraut, you will absolutely love this. But this is going to be mixed pickles, and here's what all we need to go in it. We got cabbage. We got our cabbage. We've got bell peppers. Whole kernel corn. I didn't have any fresh corn, so I'm just going to use Del Monte's. And green tomatoes, cucumbers and onions, and green beans. And these green beans, I've already cooked them and got them ready, and they're cool. And then our jars, of course, we have to sterilize them. I got some water on the heating to boil to sterilize our jars with. I'm going to go ahead and prep all this stuff, and so I'll get back with you in a few. Okay, now everything's been washed, chopped, and ready to go. So here we go. First ingredient is my cabbage. I already got that all chopped up and ready. And by the way, all this stuff came out of our yard garden, our raised bed. All of it except the onion and the corn. And those two there, I had to do them a little bit different. Okay, and here's the corn. And this is not, this is not the homegrown, because I didn't have any, so it doesn't matter. You can use this kind, and this is sort of like a family recipe. A lot of people, believe it or not, has never even heard of mixed pickles. But I do remember my mom making these when I was a kid growing up, and that's how I learned to do it, remembering how she did it. And there's others in my family that makes this too. And okay, here's my green beans, which I cooked this morning. These was picked fresh yesterday evening. And it's a whole big kettle full. My green tomatoes that came out of our yard garden. We're going to add them right in there too. Got a lot of juice in that one. But green tomatoes, cucumbers, things like that are watery. They have a lot of liquid in them. I really don't want that much liquid in it. Alright. And next is our cucumbers. And that's a job to mix all this stuff up, believe me it is, but well worth it, it's so good. Here's our bowl of bell peppers, all chopped and ready to go. And one more ingredient, and that is the green onions. They're all chopped and ready too. Now, there's one other thing. Once you get your jars all filled up, I put 1 teaspoon of canned pickling salt and 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. If you want it, really sour. If you don't really want it that sour, you can go with just 1. But I have a question for everyone. I've been thinking about going live at least once just to try it out to see how it goes. If you all think that you would be interested or you would like to see me do that, then if you don't mind, at the end of this video, leave me a comment and tell me what you think. And if I get enough yes comments, then maybe I will. But now, I don't know if you can see this stuff, but I'm going to raise this down where you can see me mixing it. You see how all that looks? You just mix all this stuff up. Get it real thorough. And I've got my canning jars there in boiling hot water being tempered ready. And I got my hot water to put down in my mixed pickles. You see what a tub full? That's going to make a lot of jars of mixed pickles. Oh, and this stuff in the wintertime especially, you know, you can fix it anytime. And you fry this just like you would sauerkraut. But it tastes so good. Oh, especially if you like sour food, you'd love this. Mix it all up. Make sure you get it, all the cabbage and stuff mixed good together. And all that stuff mixed up. Oh yeah, it's coming along. And I keep this tub right here. The only thing I use this for is to, like, if I can green beans outdoors, then I'll use that, or making mixed pickles. Other than that, nothing else is used in this tub. So, alright now, I think we're ready now to start filling our jars. This is all there are to this. Just put your stuff in there. You want to mash it down a little, you know, not to where your stuff can't circulate down through it, but now, you see how pretty that is? It's beautiful. And tastes absolutely yummy. And I'll tell you something else about this, you know. Some people, once they put their ingredients in, their salt and their vinegar and their water, some people goes ahead and just seals theirs up. I don't. I let mine work off for like at least close to a week. That's what makes good mixed pickles, when you let them work off. That beautiful. Look at that. It's a beautiful jar. It's got 3 of them. You know, once this is all done, then I'll have to take and wash my jars off. And we'll be right back. I don't want to bore you to death. Alright, now we're back and we're ready to add our ingredients. Okay, this is 1 teaspoon. And so I'm putting 1 teaspoon of pickling salt in each one. There's 1 there. Let all them good things marinate together. Oh, this is so good. You know, I have a son-in-law absolutely loves my mixed pickles, and I always try to make sure he gets some. Okay, that's our canning pickling sauce. Now, we got our vinegar, and this is white vinegar we're using, so. Alright, this is a tablespoon, right here, and we're putting 2 to each one. Well, actually 1.5, but you know, I want it to be pretty sour, so. And I've got my water over there boiling, ready to pour down in it. And like I said, I let mine kind of sit and work off. And on that I add, as it works off, I'll add just, you know, a little more water to it till it gets completely done. And that process takes around a week, is about what I let it work off. And then you just seal your jars up and they're ready. And I had, by the way, 15 jars. Out of all that I mixed up, I had 15 jars. So that's a pretty good turnout. Alright, now put the vinegar and the salt in it. Put us a towel down here to catch any excess water that comes out. And this is hot water, it was boiling. You see how that just bubbles right down? This helps to push your salt and your vinegar on down into the jar. And I want to fill that up to almost level. Yeah, the water's already running out of them. I don't know what it is about canning, but to me, canning is so much fun. Actually, growing a little garden in your yard is a lot of fun too. Watching it grow and seeing what you can accomplish. We're going to get us a paper towel. And we're going to clean each jar. Get our you don't want them real tight. You want to give them room to where they can work off. You tighten them up after they completely get done working. These lids have been sitting over in the hot water too. Okay, so you get the idea of what I'm doing. Alright now, we've got all of our jars cleaned, washed, the lids on, and now all we like now is just let them work off, and that's going to take about a week. But after that, then they'll be good to eat anytime you want them. And so, thanks everyone for joining in with me here, and hopefully we'll see you on the flip side.